Hey, Emma, I just wanted to let you know I just got to the office. How's the unpacking going at the new place?
Hi, Jake. It's very overwhelming. There are boxes everywhere.
But the movers helped organize everything, right?
They just brought boxes in. Nothing's organized. I have to organize them myself.
Emma, how's the unpacking going, though? Do you think we'll have a clean room to sleep in tonight?
No, not even close. Yesterday's boxes were way too much. Could you maybe do something about your hobby stuff when you get back from work?
Do something about it? What do you want me to do? Are you telling me to throw stuff away?
No, you don't have to throw them away, but maybe we could sort through it together. The bedroom is completely full of your collectibles. There's no space for us to sleep.
Those are important to me, you know that.
Well, you just crammed everything into boxes without sorting anything. It's so messy, I can't even organize it properly. I don't know what to do with them.
The transfer was sudden, you know that. We didn't have much time. You were rushing around too, weren't you?
Yeah, that's true. But there's so much stuff you don't even use anymore. I found mountains of DVDs and CDs in some boxes. You barely watch any of those anymore. Maybe we could sell some to clear up space.
Those are limited editions. They're very rare. You don't understand their value.
I get that. But when was the last time you watched any of them?
That's not the point. They're collectibles.
We could at least organize them properly then. Right now, they're just thrown in boxes. Some cases are even cracked.
No way. I'm not getting rid of them. Those all have memories attached to them.
What memories? The plastic wrap isn't even off some of them.
Stop questioning everything I own. They're important to me.
I'm just trying to make our new place more livable. The moving company charged us extra because of all the boxes. We had so many.
That was covered by my relocation package. Stop worrying about money that isn't yours.
We're married. It's our money, Jake. And the lack of space we have is an issue regardless.
If you're so worried about space, get rid of your stuff, not mine.
I already donated 3 boxes of clothes and consolidated all my books to one shelf.
Good.
keeping them if you're not going to use them?
Just leave my stuff alone. Focus on your own things.
Then at least organize it yourself when you get home.
I have a job, you know. You haven't even found a part-time job yet. Why should I be the one cleaning when I work?
Because it's your stuff. And you said I can't get rid of anything. You said you'd be mad if I threw anything away. I'm trying to respect your wishes.
That's right. Don't touch my things. Just work around them.
There's barely room to walk. The bathroom counter is covered in your old electronics.
And just don't throw anything away. If there's no room, just leave it in boxes in the closet.
The closet? We still have clothes and other stuff that needs to go in there. Where am I supposed to put our winter coats?
Stack them on top of something. Be creative.
This is ridiculous. We need actual storage solutions.
Figuring that out is what housewives do. That's your role now, remember?
When did you start talking to me like this? Being a housewife doesn't mean I'm your servant.
Just do your job and stop complaining. I didn't ask for much.
This place is much smaller than our last one. We have less storage space. We can't just keep everything. We can't fit everything.
Yeah, I know. Smaller place, but higher rent. Well, that's what you get with new construction. At least it's clean and new.
We could have gotten a bigger place for less, if you hadn't insisted on new construction.
Are you criticizing my choices again? Who's paying for this place?
We both are. Our savings are joint.
Yeah, for now, until you find work.
If you understand, then please help organize. And before starting any new hobbies, run it by me first. The moving costs were covered by your company, but we still have a lot of expenses. We need to watch your spending for a while. Let's review our finances together once you get home tonight.
There's no need for that. Just focus on settling in and finding a job.
We should still budget together. It's important to know how much we actually spend. Especially with higher rent. We don't have much flexibility anymore.
You're the one who needs to budget. You're unemployed, but still buying all kinds of luxuries.
What luxuries? I haven't bought anything since we moved.
I saw a shopping bag in the kitchen.
That was groceries. Basic necessities. We need food to live.
You could have gotten cheaper brands. You always overspend on food.
I only buy what we need for daily life. Plus, I'm always careful with money. You know that.
We'll see about that. I'll be checking the receipts from now on. Emma, I'm working late tonight. Don't make dinner for me.
What? Really? You could have told me earlier. I already bought ingredients for tonight to make dinner.
I can't help it. I just found out. Don't waste the food.
I wouldn't waste it. But some notice would be nice. Not at the last minute. This is the third time this week.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. I'm just stating a fact.
You're tracking my schedule now?
Are you going drinking again?
This is necessary for getting along with people here. Don't say again. I'm working hard here to provide for us.
Your last credit statement was pretty high.
Are you checking my statements?
We share an account, remember? I handle the bills, like you told me to.
Those are work expenses. Stop monitoring everything I do.
I get that, but aren't you spending too much lately? You even borrowed from next month's allowance. That's not like you. You've never done that before.
Work culture is different here. You wouldn't understand.
Try me. Help me understand.
I'm not wasting any money. Stop nagging. More importantly, have you found a job yet?
You keep changing the subject when I bring up your spending habits.
Because you're being ridiculous. Just focus on your own situation.
Sorry, I haven't found anything yet. The good positions I found are too far to commute without a car. Maybe we could look at getting a second car?
Are you kidding? You want to spend more money when you're not even working?
It would help me find work faster.
Just take whatever you can get. You're being too picky. Walk or bike if you have to.
Even the closest place is 5 miles away. And winter's coming. It would be convenient to have a car.
Then bundle up. Stop making so many excuses.
You're the one who said I shouldn't take low-paying jobs. You said to find something paying at least what I made before. Remember?
Make up the difference by working more hours.
I worked so hard to save that money. Don't talk about it so casually. That money was for our future. I'm not taking any money out of our savings.
But it originally came from my money. Well, maybe some of your part-time earnings are in there too, but I'm supporting unemployed Emma now, so you can't complain. Just be grateful I let you access the accounts at all.
Stop using unemployed to put me down. You know what's funny?
What?
How wrong you are. About everything.
Then start earning. But just so you know, even if you work part-time, I'm still above you. I'm still gonna be making way more. That's how marriage works.
Jake, you've gotten so cold since we moved here. You used to leave housework to me, but you never looked down on it. What happened? Did I do something? Or was it someone else?
I haven't changed. You're the one who started complaining about moving costs and everything, always nagging about organizing my hobby stuff and budgeting, complaining about how I spend money. You changed first.
What does this have to do with me being a housewife? With treating me like this?
You're living off me, but still trying to control things. You used to work part-time, but now you're unemployed. Know your place. Know who you're talking to.
I quit my job because you transferred. You said it would be fine. You told me to quit my job. That we'd manage.
But it's been over a month and you're still not working.
That's because every job I find, you complain about the pay or the type of work. Nothing's ever good enough for you.
That's because you can't find decent work. It's not my fault this area has no good jobs.
This area is more rural than where we lived before. Jobs are so limited here. And the high rent is because you insisted on this new construction. I was okay with the cheaper place with older construction. Remember?
God, you're annoying! Stop blaming everything on me! You probably aren't even budgeting when I'm not around! You're just trying to make me cut back on my spending! That's why I'm mad!
I am budgeting. All the time. I'm following everything you said. I skip lunch, only buy groceries on sale days. I haven't bought anything for myself, and even though it's cold, I'm not using the heat. While you spend thousands at bars.
But you're taking more than one bath a week, not following the rules, are you? I checked the water bill!
I can't even take showers now? While you take hour-long baths every night?
What does someone who doesn't work need them for? You're just home all day.
So a housewife has no value to you unless she's earning money. Is that really how you see me now?
You can take baths whenever once you start working. Just hurry up and find a decent new job. We'll talk after. Saving credit? Seriously? Why? Don't do these things without asking me! How could you? What am I supposed to do now? Hey, you can't just do that to me! Where's the saving? I've deposited this month's child support. Check it when you can tomorrow.
Thanks, as always. It's still the $2,000 as usual, right? Since that's what we agreed on.
Actually, I wanted to discuss something about that. I've been thinking about increasing it.
Increasing it? Why?
Well, Ariana's in high school now. We need to start thinking about college, don't we? That's why I've been putting in $2,000 every month.
I know.
Have you been able to set aside any of it for her college fund?
Yes, of course. I'm careful with the money.
Good. Her education needs to come first. I've been looking into some college prep programs, too.
Ariana's studying hard. She'll definitely get into college.
That's good, then. How are her grades lately? She doesn't tell me much about school anymore.
She's doing well. Top of her class in mathematics.
That's amazing, just like her mother used to be.
That feels like a lifetime ago.
Oh, by the way, Ariana mentioned something to me recently. Have you started a new job or something?
Huh? No, I'm only working my regular job.
Are you sure? Because she's been worried.
Worried? About what?
Well, Ariana's been saying that you've been coming home late for the past few months. I thought maybe you'd taken on extra work. She said sometimes you don't get home until after 11.
Oh, she noticed that?
Of course she did. She's more observant than we give her credit for. If it's not work, what are you doing?
Oh, that. But do you really need to know about that? We're still in contact because of Ariana, but we're divorced now.
That's true, but I'm asking because Ariana's concerned. She texted me last night asking if I knew why you were out so late. I know that, but Ariana might be in high school, but she's still a kid. It's not safe for a parent to be away from home so often.
I'm making sure she has dinner before I leave.
That's not the point, and you know it.
I get what you're trying to say, but
Look, I'm not trying to pry into your private life. I'm purely worried about Ariana. That's all there is to it.
yeah, I guess you're right. Well, I was planning to tell her soon anyway.
Tell her what? Is everything okay?
I have a boyfriend. I'm planning to get remarried eventually.
I see. Oh, that's great. I have no reason to object.
I figured you'd say that. But suddenly getting a new dad might be hard on her. That's why I was planning to tell her when the remarriage was closer.
How long have you been seeing him?
A few months now.
And you're already thinking about marriage?
It feels right this time.
Yeah, getting a new father figure is complicated, but if it makes Ariana happy, I won't complain. Have you thought about how to tell her?
I'm still figuring it out.
If you want me to stop keeping in touch, just say so. I'll keep my distance then. I'll still send the child support money, though.
Well, that's up to Ariana. I don't want to force her to choose.
Neither do I.
I'd prefer you hold off until she adjusts to the new situation, but she's in high school now. She can figure out how to handle things herself.
Like I said before, I won't oppose your remarriage, but that's assuming Ariana's happiness comes first. Is this new boyfriend gonna treat Ariana well?
You don't need to interrogate me about him.
I'm not interrogating, I'm asking as her father.
I haven't introduced him to Ariana yet, partly because of you. So honestly, I'm not sure how they'll get along, but he's kind and gentle. It'll be fine.
Have you at least told her you're dating someone?
Not yet. I want to be sure first.
What about his job? Does he have stable income? And how old is he? These things matter for Ariana's future, too.
You're asking an awful lot of questions.
Maybe you should wait to consider remarriage until you see how Ariana accepts him?
Hey, weren't you the one who said you wouldn't interfere in my private life? Stop asking so many questions.
I'm just trying to understand the situation. This affects Ariana's future, though. It's natural for me to worry as her father.
You lost the right to question my decisions when we divorced.
This isn't about us.
I understand how you feel, but there's nothing for you to worry about. Stop butting in unnecessarily.
Have you even met his family? Does he know about the child support arrangement?
That's none of your business.
I just think things like that are kind of important when you're considering marriage. I'm not trying to interfere, I just want you to be smart about it.
Just stop it. I have enough sense to make good decisions. I wouldn't marry someone sketchy.
I know you wouldn't intentionally, but sometimes we don't see things clearly when we're involved.
Are you suggesting I can't judge character?
That's not what I meant. Okay, I went too far. That was insensitive of me. Sorry.
You always do this. Act like you know better than everyone else.
I didn't mean to come across that way.
As long as you understand, it's fine. Thanks for the child support. Looking forward to next month's payment.
Yeah, I know. Just remember what I said about Ariana.
I always put her first.
Good. That's all I needed to hear. Sorry, Ariana, I was at work and didn't notice your calls. Did something happen?
Finally, you respond! I've been trying to reach you for hours, Dad. Mom collapsed from exhaustion. That's why I kept trying to reach you. Why did you take so long to reply?
What? When did this happen? Which hospital is she in?
St. James Memorial Hospital. She collapsed at karaoke.
What do you mean exhaustion? Has she been pushing herself that hard?
Don't act like you don't know. It's your fault she was overworking. I never said anything before because I didn't know, but you're seriously the worst, Dad.
Hold on, what are you talking about? You think it's my fault? I've barely seen your mom since the divorce. We only text occasionally about necessary things.
Stop lying! Mom collapsed from overwork because you're not paying child support. I never thought you'd ever do something like that. You're the worst for acting innocent when you're the cause.
What? What are you talking about? I pay $2,000 every month without fail. There's no doubting that. There must be some mistake. Why would she say I'm not paying?
Mom wouldn't lie about something like this. What are you talking about? I visited Mom at the hospital today and she told me everything. Mom's been working nights because you won't pay child support. That's why she collapsed at her karaoke bar.
I have proof of every payment. That's impossible. I contact your mom every time I make a deposit. She always confirms receiving it. There's no way she doesn't know about it.
Really? Then show me the proof. But Mom says she's not getting anything.
I can show you all the bank statements. This is about your future. I've definitely been paying. This isn't something I'd take lightly.
So, Mom's lying? Why? But she really did collapse from overwork.
Something isn't adding up here. I don't know all the details about her collapse, but I do know for sure that I'm giving her the money. Actually, I heard there was another reason why your mom's been coming home late.
What are you trying to say? Isn't it because she's working nights? Do you know something else?
I wasn't gonna tell you this. She asked me not to tell you, but given the situation, I can't stay quiet. The truth is, your mom has a boyfriend.
What? Mom has a boyfriend?
Yes, she told me recently. I don't know much about him, but she says he's a nice person. That's why she's been coming home late some days.
I can't believe this. What the heck? Why did she need to hide that? She could have just told me.
She was worried about how you'd take it. She was trying to be considerate in her own way. It's not easy to tell your high school daughter that you suddenly have a boyfriend, you know?
I guess that's true, but I'm not a little kid anymore. I could have handled that. But wait, so does that mean Mom isn't working nights?
From what I know, that's correct. With the child support and her own job, she shouldn't be struggling for money.
Something weird is going on. That doesn't make sense, though.
What doesn't make sense?
You're not going to like this. Mom's been having me deposit my part-time job money into her account. She's been asking for it even before today's conversation about child support. That's why I didn't believe you when you said you were paying.
She's what? Why would she do something like that? That can't be right. I'm sending $2,000 every month. Plus, she has her own salary. Even after setting aside money for your college, there should be plenty left. The paychecks from your job are supposed to be going towards your credit card and phone bills.
I don't know what to tell you.
How long has this been going on?
A few months now?
Look, if your mom just wanted to hide her boyfriend, there were other ways.
Yeah, she didn't need to blame you to hide having a boyfriend. Why would Mom say such weird things?
You're right. I honestly don't understand what's going on here.
Who am I supposed to believe, Dad?
I understand why you're confused, but let's put this conversation on hold for now. I'll look into the details on my end.
What are you going to do?
Don't worry about that right now.
Really?
Yes, really, but in exchange, don't tell your mom about what we discussed today. If she hasn't done anything wrong, this will all blow over. I don't want you and your mom fighting over this.
Okay, I understand. Please, Dad, I want to know what's going on.
Try to act normal around your mom for now.
I will.
It's been a while, Gina. First off, congratulations on getting out of the hospital. I heard you collapsed from overwork.
You heard from Ariana, I assume.
Yeah, she told me you collapsed at the karaoke bar. I thought you only worked there on the weekends. I was really surprised, especially when I heard it was supposedly my fault. Because I wasn't paying child support, you had to work nights, right?
Ariana told you everything, did she?
Yeah, I guess I should apologize since it's all because of me, right? My bad.
Don't use that tone with me. Stop being sarcastic. I was just using that as an excuse.
What do you mean? An excuse for what exactly?
You're going to make me spell it out. You probably already figured it out. I collapsed from exhaustion because I was doing housework at home, going to work, and doing housework at my boyfriend's place too.
I figured as much, so why blame me?
I already told you it was just an excuse. It was easier than telling her the truth.
You threw me under the bus because you didn't want to tell her about your boyfriend? Don't you think that's a bit much?
I'm going to tell her soon enough. Now is just not the right time. I'm planning to marry him eventually. I didn't want any drama with Ariana when that happens. If she knew it was because of him, she might resent him.
So you created drama with me instead? That's why you made me the bad guy?
Like I said, it was just an excuse. I know it was wrong to badmouth you.
At least you admit that much. Well, we're divorced, so I'm not against you wanting to remarry. And I guess I kind of understand why you'd want to protect your relationship. You couldn't exactly tell her you collapsed because of your new boyfriend.
Exactly. I know I caused you trouble. I'll handle things with Ariana on my end. So just let it go, okay?
You'll handle things, huh? I don't think you're capable of that anymore.
What's that supposed to mean? Don't be ridiculous. I'm the one living with Ariana. I can handle this just fine.
Even though Ariana doesn't trust you anymore? I don't think she's gonna listen to anything you say now.
What do you mean she doesn't trust me anymore? You're being dramatic. I'm her mother.
Being her mother doesn't give you the right to lie to her. Aren't you misunderstanding something? This betrayal will hit her harder because you're her mother. Did you think I haven't told Ariana anything?
But Ariana hasn't said anything to me. What have you been telling her?
The truth. All of it. That you're not working nights and have a boyfriend, plus what my investigation turned up. So she knows everything you said was a lie.
You had no right. I told you not to mention the boyfriend. And what investigation? What are you doing behind my back?
Well, you said you had collapsed from exhaustion, so I had your boyfriend checked out. He's 23 and can't hold down a job, right? Quit 2 different jobs this month alone, from what I hear.
You're having me followed? What gives you the right to do this? Weren't you the one who said you wouldn't interfere in my private life?
Let me be very clear about something. You're right, I won't interfere. If you want to marry him, go right ahead.
What? Your words and actions don't match at all. Investigating him and telling Ariana about him. That's way more than just interfering.
Remember our conversation about Ariana's happiness? Have you forgotten? I said I wouldn't interfere as long as Ariana was happy. You're the one who broke that condition.
You don't understand anything. So what if he's between jobs? That doesn't matter. We can be happy without money.
That's crazy! You need money to survive! I'm not sure your karaoke bar job is enough to provide for 3 people. But you found some jobless guy who can't even keep part-time work and works you until you collapse! Give me a break. You really think he can be a father to Ariana? That she'll be happy? He's barely that much older than Ariana herself!
You're just jealous. You only see the money side of things. He's kind and wonderful. He'll definitely care for Ariana too.
He'll care for Ariana, will he? Then why is he spending her child support money? Why are you making her put her part-time job money into the household?
What are you talking about? You're making wild accusations. Don't run your mouth like that without proof.
I have more than accusations. I told you, I investigated. I know you're giving him the $2,000 I sent, plus you're giving him money from your own salary. That's why you need Ariana's part-time money just to get by.
You're bluffing. You still haven't shown me that you have any proof. A basic investigation wouldn't show any of that.
I have your proof. You want to see the bank statements? The transfers to your boyfriend are right there in black and white. I've got photos too, so changing the statements won't help.
You turned my own daughter against me? What kind of father makes his child spy on her mother?
Don't try to turn this around. You made our daughter do this to herself. Let me be clear about something. What you did is the lowest thing a mother could do. Using your daughter's college money for some guy? That's not what mothers do.
It's not like that. God, you're so annoying. We're divorced. I can use my money however I want. This is none of your business anymore.
It was never your money to use. It's Ariana's. Her college fund was in there. And this is my business because Ariana is my daughter too. You're destroying her future.
You don't understand anything. Don't be so dramatic. I was planning to pay it back once he gets a proper job after we're married. I never intended to hurt Ariana's future.
You really believe that? Love really is blind, but you've got it bad. You really think he's gonna get a job and marry you?
Of course, he promised me.
I need to tell you something. Funny, because the moment I talked to him, he said he's breaking up with you. Said he was only dating you for the money, never planned to marry you.
What? You're lying. You're making this up. There's no way that's true. He would never say that.
I recorded the conversation. Why would I joke about something like this? He was using Ariana's child support money, so I'm pressing charges against him. And you too, of course.
You can't do this to me. What do you mean, pressing charges? I received that education money legally. There's nothing to charge me with.
Misuse of child support is a crime! Child support is meant for the child's care, just like the name says. Don't think you can get away with giving it all to your boyfriend. You and him can figure out how to split the repayment between yourselves, but I won't go easy on either of you.
Think about what you're doing! Don't be ridiculous. Do you realize how much money that would be? This will hurt Ariana too. There's no way I could afford her college fees then. Is that what you want? She'll suffer too, not just me.
Don't worry about Ariana anymore. I'll take custody of her, and the money I'm suing you for will go to her too. She won't have to suffer at all. We can both relax about that.
Wait, I'm sorry. Please, don't press charges. I don't have that kind of money.
I don't need to worry about my divorced ex anymore. You just focus on working hard to pay back the money. After my lawsuit, Gina had to agree to repay the child support. She and her boyfriend apparently worked something out. They're splitting the repayment 50-50, though I doubt he'll keep his word about the payments. The court was very clear about the consequences if they don't pay. Plus, with Ariana's own wishes taken into account, I got full custody. Ariana has 2 years until she turns 18, so I'll continue to collect child support from my ex-wife until then, on top of the money she stole and gave to her boyfriend. The judge took one look at the bank statements and made their decision. Ariana's adjusting well to living with me. She was angry at first, not at me, but at the situation. It's hard watching your parent make such destructive choices. I don't blame her for being upset. But we're working through it together. Gina ended up with a huge debt and lost her daughter. Her boyfriend disappeared right after the court date, changed his number and everything, just like I warned her he would. Fortunately, I make a good salary myself and will get the child support money back. The court ordered full restitution. They're garnishing her wages now. So there's no worry about Ariana's college expenses. I've already started a new college fund in my name only, and I've added extra security measures this time. Now we're living peacefully as father and daughter, just the two of us. Ariana's grades are improving again. The stress was really affecting her studies before. I help her with her studies and things are going well. She's actually talking about medical school now. And I'll make sure she gets there. Gina still tries to contact her sometimes, but Ariana's not ready to forgive her yet. Can't say I blame her. Trust is hard to rebuild once it's broken, especially when it's your own mother who betrayed you. But maybe someday they can repair their relationship. I wouldn't count on it, though. For now, though, we're focusing on the future and making sure Ariana knows she can count on at least one parent. That's what matters most. Where are you right now?
I'm on my way back to the office. Why?
Still out?
Yes, but I'm hurrying. Is something wrong?
Don't you have that afternoon meeting?
The client meeting in the Maple Room at 3:30? Yes, I remembered.
It's already 1 o'clock. Will you make it?
I know, I'm sorry. I got held up with something unexpected, but I'm a professional. I'll be back in time, I promise.
That's cutting it way too close. This client is very important. We can't risk being late.
I completely understand. I'm walking as fast as I can now.
Are you prepared for the meeting at least? Did you review the materials?
I skimmed through them this morning. If I get back with a few minutes to spare, I can do a quick review and manage the meeting.
Seriously, Rachel, this isn't the time to wing it. You need to plan better. Did you just completely lose track of time? What happened?
No, it's not like that. I'm usually very punctual. Something came up that I had to deal with.
What was so important that you risked being late to this critical meeting?
Well, to be completely honest, I stopped to help an elderly lady who had collapsed on the street.
What? Is she okay? Did you call an ambulance?
Yes, she's all right now. Some passerbys and I stayed with her until the paramedics arrived. They're taking her to the hospital to get checked out. Taking care of her just took longer than I expected.
I see. Well, that's an emergency situation, but...
I know. I should have managed my time better. It won't happen again.
The client made a special trip to meet with us. Being late would reflect very poorly on our company and team.
You're absolutely right. Really sorry for this mistake. It's entirely my fault.
Look, I appreciate your kindness in helping that woman. It shows you have a good heart. But in these situations, you could have asked someone else to stay with her while you rushed back, or at the very least given me an earlier heads up so I could prepare to cover for you. In emergencies, you need to think on your feet. Consider all angles, delegate if needed, but don't leave your team hanging.
You're right. I should have handled it better. I panicked and wasn't thinking clearly. I'm truly, really sorry.
I understand. Just take this as a learning experience. I know your intentions were pure.
It won't happen again, I swear. I feel awful for putting you on a team in this position.
It's all right. What's done is done. I'll cover the client meeting for now. Just get here when you can, and don't rush.
Are you sure that's okay? I feel terrible putting all this on you last minute.
Yes, I'm sure. I was in that initial meeting too, so I know the general outline. It's just the first meeting to build rapport. I can handle it solo. Besides, we don't want you showing up all flustered and sweaty. That wouldn't give the best impression to the client either.
You're a lifesaver. I'm so sorry about this whole mess. I owe you big time.
Don't mention it. When you get to the office, take a few minutes to compose yourself before coming to the conference room. No need to rush in. I'm not too swamped with other work at the moment, so covering this meeting is fine.
Thank you so much for understanding. You're an amazing supervisor. I'm lucky to have you as my mentor.
You're too kind. This is what teams are for. We support each other. But Rachel, remember, you don't have to handle everything by yourself all the time. It's okay to ask for help.
But you're right. I tend to take on too much alone. It's a flaw I need to work on.
Totally normal, especially early in your career. Just keep it in mind. When you have bandwidth, help out your teammates. And when you need help, ask for it. Got it?
Yes, absolutely. I'm learning so much from you. Not just about work, but how to conduct myself professionally. Thank you.
Happy to help however I can. Oh, that reminds me, I have a 4-day business trip coming up next week. Getting a bit worried about leaving you unsupervised for that long, to be honest.
Oh, wow, 4 days? That's the longest you've ever been away, isn't it? To be frank, I'm pretty anxious about not having you around too, especially after today.
Yeah, I've never been gone that long since you joined the team, but try to see it as an opportunity to grow and step up.
You're right. I can't rely on you to see me forever. I'll do my best to manage on my own.
I'm glad to hear that. And remember, you can always call me if anything major comes up. I'm always willing to help, even if I'm not physically in the office.
That's a relief to know. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
And you're not totally alone. I'm your direct supervisor, but feel free to lean on the other senior team members for guidance too when I'm away.
Understood. I'll reach out to them if I get stuck on anything. I won't let you down.
That's the perfect attitude. I have faith you'll do just fine. It'll be a good learning and growth experience. Anyway, I'm off to the meeting room now. Remember, take your time getting here, collect your thoughts, review your notes, and come in calmly when you're ready.
Will do. Thanks again for everything, Mike. You're the best.
Just doing my job. See you in a bit. Hey, Linda, sorry, but I'll be home late tonight.
Again? Don't tell me, working overtime?
Yeah, Rachel made a mistake with a client. I'm staying late to help sort it out.
Why am I not surprised? It's always something with that girl, isn't it?
It was an honest mistake. She got held up helping an elderly woman who collapsed on the street.
And that made her miss a client meeting? Sounds like she needs to sort out her priorities.
She knows she messed up, but her heart was in the right place. I can't fault her too much for wanting to help someone in need.
You're too soft on her, Mike. If she was my subordinate, I'd have written her up by now.
Written her up for stopping to assist an old lady who fell ill? That seems harsh.
Work comes first. She needs to learn that. Clients are the lifeblood of your business.
I get that, but I also care about cultivating a team with strong moral character. Compassion and integrity matter too.
In business, results are what matter. If she can't meet her professional obligations, maybe this isn't the right field for her.
She's young and still learning. Making mistakes is part of the process. My job as her mentor is to guide her, not punish her for every misstep.
If you coddle her too much, she'll never learn to stand on her own 2 feet. You're not setting her up for long-term success.
I hear your perspective, but I think there's a balance. I can hold her accountable while still being understanding.
I just don't want to see you get burned, Mike. If she makes a mistake you can't fix, it'll be on your head. That's the risk of being too nice.
I appreciate your concern, but I have faith in Rachel. She's rough around the edges, but she has incredible potential.
I hope you're right. I still think you should be harder on her. Nip these issues in the bud before they blossom into real problems.
Duly noted. I'll consider your advice. But enough about Rachel. Will you and Sophie be okay on your own for dinner tonight?
We'll manage. Sophie is eating her sandwich now. There's some kind of cold going around in her daycare, so fingers crossed she doesn't catch it.
Oh no, I hope she stays healthy. Keep an eye on her temperature. Can't send her to daycare with a fever.
That would be a nightmare. I can't miss work to stay at home with a sick kid right now. I'm up for a promotion soon.
I know your career is important to you, but we're a team, remember? If Sophie gets sick, we'll figure it out together.
I know. I'm just stressed. This promotion could be a game changer for my career trajectory.
I understand, honey. Your ambition and drive are some of the things I love most about you. We'll make it work no matter what.
Thanks, Mike. I don't know what I'd do without your support. It means the world to me.
That's what I'm here for, to support you and our family, always.
Well, I should let you get back to cleaning up your subordinate's mess. I'll tuck Sophie in tonight. Don't work too late, okay?
I'll do my best. Give Sophie a kiss goodnight from Daddy. I'll be home as soon as I can.
Will do. Love you.
Love you too. See you tonight.
Sir, I'm sorry to message you this late. Are you still awake?
Rachel? What's going on? Is everything okay?
Yes, sorry. Nothing work-related. I didn't mean to scare you. I just have a rather urgent situation I was hoping you could help with.
No worries, you didn't scare me. I'm just surprised to hear from you at this hour. What's the situation?
Well, I found a child near your daughter's daycare. I think they might be lost. I was wondering if you know who her parents are?
A lost child? That's concerning. I'm on a business trip, though. What made you reach out to me about this?
The girl looks to be about 3 years old. She said her name is Sophie and that she goes to Green Valley Daycare. That's your daughter's daycare, right? I remember you mentioning it before.
Yes, my Sophie goes there. But there could be other Sophies, too. Are you sure it's the same daycare?
I'm fairly certain. The girl pointed right to the Green Valley Daycare sign when I asked her where she goes to school. But you're right, it could be a coincidence.
This is worrying. But why are you messaging me instead of calling the police or the daycare? They would be better equipped to handle this and find her parents.
I plan to do that if needed. I just thought if you happen to know this child or her family, we might be able to get her home more quickly and safely. Minimize the trauma, you know. But if you don't recognize the situation, I'll go through official channels, of course.
I appreciate you trying to take the most efficient and considerate path. You did the right thing reaching out. Where exactly did you find her, and are you alone with her now?
I spotted her wandering alone outside the daycare as I was walking home. My husband and I had been out for drinks at a bar nearby. He's actually the one watching her now while I stepped aside to message you.
That's a relief she's not alone with a total stranger, at least. But this is so odd. What was a child doing outside the daycare so late? They closed hours ago.
I'm not sure. She seems confused and scared. I tried asking, but she just says she's looking for her mommy.
Poor thing must be so frightened. Is there anything distinctive about her appearance? I'm racking my brain, but I don't recall any other Sophies in my daughter's class.
She's quite small, pale skin, light brown hair cut in a short bob with bangs. Blue eyes wearing pink overalls.
That sounds an awful lot like my Sophie. But it can't be. She's supposed to be home safe with my wife, Linda.
I was afraid of that. The resemblance to you is what made me wonder if she might be yours. I know it's unlikely, but I have a really strange feeling about this. Would a photo help?
Yes, please, send me a picture. I'm starting to get a very bad feeling, too. I hope we're both wrong. Oh my God! That's my daughter! That's Sophie!
I was so afraid of that. But how could this be? I thought you said she was home with your wife.
She's supposed to be. Linda and I agreed she'd handle all the daycare pickups and drop-offs while I'm on this trip. I don't understand how this could have happened.
Mike, I don't want to overstep, but is there any chance Linda forgot to pick her up? Or maybe she thought you were getting Sophie today?
No, that's impossible. Linda knew I was going out of town. We specifically discussed the plan for Sophie, and she just texted me a few hours ago saying Sophie was home eating dinner.
She texted you that Sophie was home? Are you sure? Because I've been with Sophie for nearly an hour now. There's no way she was home having dinner a few hours ago.
You're right, something isn't adding up here. Hold on, let me call Linda right now and figure out what's going on.
Of course. I'll stay with Sophie until we get this sorted out. And don't worry, she's safe with me and my husband. We'll take good care of her.
Thank you, Rachel. You've truly gone above and beyond. I owe you an enormous debt. Let me get to the bottom of this. I'll be back in touch as soon as I can.
Please don't mention it. I'm just doing what any decent person would do. Sophie is a sweetheart and she's being so brave. Take all the time you need. We're not going anywhere until we know she's safe.
I can't thank you enough, Rachel. You're an extraordinary person. I'll call you back soon. Linda, pick up your phone. It's an emergency. Linda, this is serious. I need you to answer me right now. Linda, where are you? Where is Sophie? Answer me.
What? What's the matter? Why are you texting in all caps? I was in the bathroom, jeez.
Where is Sophie right now? Is she with you?
Of course she is. It's late. Where else would she be? She's asleep in bed next to me.
Don't lie to me, Linda. I know that's not true. Sophie is with my co-worker, Rachel, right now. She found her wandering alone outside the daycare.
What? What are you talking about? That's impossible. Sophie is right here. I'm looking at her.
Stop lying. I've seen photos. I've confirmed it's Sophie. Our Sophie.
Photos? What photos? Mike, you're scaring me. What's going on?
I'm scaring you? I'm terrified. Our 3-year-old daughter was found alone on the street at night. Rachel found her outside the daycare, hungry and cold and looking for us. She's been missing for hours. How did you not notice your own child was gone?
Oh my God. This can't be happening. I don't understand. I put her to bed myself. How could she have gotten out?
I don't believe you. If you were really home with her, there's no way she could have ended up at the daycare alone. You're lying to me, and I want to know why.
I'm not lying. I don't know how this happened. Maybe she sleepwalked out of the house. I don't know.
Sleepwalked? Are you kidding me right now? That's the best you can come up with? When was the last time you actually saw Sophie? Tell me the truth now.
I don't know. A few hours ago, maybe? I put her in front of the TV while I took a nap. I was so exhausted. When I woke up, I just assumed she was asleep in her room.
You weren't even with her. I knew it. I'm heading to the airport now. I'm coming home immediately. How dare you lie to me about our daughter's safety and well-being? I trusted you, Linda. I trusted you to care for our child while I was away. How could you neglect her like this?
I'm sorry, Mike. I'm so sorry. I never meant for anything like this to happen. I just needed a break. I'm under so much pressure at work. I'm exhausted all the time. I thought she would be fine watching TV for a few hours.
A few hours? She could have been missing for half the day for all you know. Anything could have happened to her. Do you realize that? She could have been kidnapped or hit by a car or who knows what else.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I failed as a mother today. I made a terrible mistake. I'll never forgive myself. Please let me talk to Sophie. I need to know she's okay.
No, you don't get to talk to her right now. You lost that privilege when you neglected your duty as a parent. Sophie will stay with Rachel until I get back. I don't trust you alone with her anymore.
Mike, please, I know I messed up badly. I'm begging you. Let me make it right. Let me see my baby.
I said no, Linda. This is not something you can just apologize for and move on. This is unforgivable. Sophie could have died today. Do you understand that? I'm boarding my flight now. I'll be there in a few hours. When I get back, you and I are going to have a very long talk about your priorities and your fitness as a parent. For now, you stay away from Sophie and you think very, very hard about what you've done.
Mike, I'm sorry. You're right about everything. I don't know what else to say. I'll do whatever you want, whatever you think is best for Sophie.
I'm turning my phone off. I need to focus on getting home to my daughter. I can't talk to you anymore right now. I'm too angry and upset. I'll see you in a few hours.
I understand. I love you, Mike, and I love Sophie more than anything. Please tell her that.
I'm so glad you made it back safely. Sophie's inside sleeping. Poor thing was so exhausted, she conked out right on the couch.
Can't even begin to express my gratitude. You saved my daughter's life tonight. I will never be able to repay you for this kindness.
You don't owe me anything. I'm just happy Sophie is safe and sound. That's all that matters.
Still, what you did, going out of your way to care for her, contacting me, keeping her safe, you went above and beyond. You're an extraordinary person, Rachel.
I only did what any decent human being would do. I couldn't just leave a scared little girl alone on the street.
I know, but not everyone would have handled it with such grace and responsibility. You're a true gem. Sophie is lucky you were the one who found her.
That's very kind of you to say, Mike. I'm just glad I could help. Now, let's not wake Sophie. Why don't you come in and I'll help you carry her to your car?
Thank you. I'd appreciate that. I don't want to disturb her rest. It's been such a traumatic night for her. I hate to impose further, but could I trouble you for one more favor, Rachel?
Of course, anything. What do you need?
Would you be willing to write a statement about what happened tonight? About where and when you found Sophie? I think I'm gonna need it for legal purposes.
Legal purposes? Oh, Mike, are things that bad with Linda? I'm so sorry.
I'm afraid they are. I can't trust her anymore. Not after this. I need to protect Sophie. I need to make sure she's never neglected like this again.
I understand completely. Of course. I'll write a detailed statement for you. I'll email it over first thing in the morning.
Thank you, Rachel, for everything. I don't know what I would have done without you tonight.
You would have done the same thing for me, I know it. That's the kind of person you are. Now get home safely. Take care of your little girl. And please, if there's anything else I can do, don't hesitate to ask.
I will. Good night, Rachel, and thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Linda, where are you right now?
What do you want at this hour? I'm at home, obviously.
Where's Sophie?
Sleeping right next to me. Why do you ask?
That's impossible. Sophie was just found wandering around.
What are you talking about? Sophia's right here. I just checked on her.
Sophie was found alone on the street. One of my employees happened to find her and contacted me.
That's ridiculous. It must be a mistake. Your employee must have found some other kid.
I've seen a photo. I just confirmed it in person.
Confirmed? You came back? What about your business trip?
I caught a taxi home. If you're really at home, you should have noticed our daughter is missing.
I just noticed. Oh my God, Sophia's gone. I'm so sorry. I was asleep and didn't realize.
Drop the act already. You're not even home, are you?
What are you talking about? I am home. I just woke up and realized she's not here.
I just got home and you're nowhere to be found. Why are you lying to me?
You knew I wasn't home and set me up? Why are you trying to trap me?
I was hoping you'd be honest with me. Where are you, really?
Sorry. I thought you'd be angry if I told you the truth. I was having dinner with some executives at this hour. Networking is important for career advancement.
You haven't been taking care of Sophie since I left for the trip, have you? When we found her, she was starving. She hasn't had a bath in days.
Of course I fed her, and I gave her baths too. I'm not a neglectful mother.
Then why was her hair such a mess? And her clothes were filthy?
I was exhausted. Sophie got a fever and couldn't go to daycare. I deserve a night out at least.
A night out? Are you kidding me? You've obviously been neglecting her this whole time. No child gets this malnourished in just one evening. You should have taken time off work to care for her.
I have important work too, you know. I just can't take time off whenever I want.
Your daughter should be more important than your job. Do you know why Sophie left the house? She was looking for her mom and dad. They found her in front of her daycare. She probably thought she'd find us there.
I never thought she'd try to run away. Thank goodness she wasn't hurt.
Are you serious right now? How dare you say that after what you did to our daughter?
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I messed up. I should have been watching her more closely.
Messed up? This is more than just a little mistake, Linda. This is child neglect. Our daughter could have died out there. She's 3 years old, for God's sake. Anything could have happened to her.
Let me be honest. I'm sick of being a mother. I want to focus on my career.
What about your responsibility as a parent?
Having a child is just a burden. I could have been promoted so much faster without a kid.
What kind of twisted logic is that? You think your career is more important than our child?
To be honest, she's in my way. I never wanted to be a mother in the first place. You pressured me into having a baby.
I never pressured you into anything. We decided to have Sophie together.
But you were always the one pushing for kids. I went along with it for your sake.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. You're saying you never wanted our daughter?
I thought I could handle it, but it's just too much. I can't do this anymore.
So what? You're just going to abandon your child? Pretend she doesn't exist so you can focus on your precious career?
It's not like that. I just need more time for myself. Is that so wrong?
When it comes at the expense of your daughter's well-being, yes! Linda, I don't even know who you are anymore.
I'm the same person I've always been. You just never paid attention. You were always too focused on work and being a dad.
Because that's what parents are supposed to do. They're supposed to put their children first.
Well, maybe I'm not cut out to be a parent then. Maybe I should have never had a child.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. You're seriously telling me you regret having our daughter?
I don't know, okay? I'm just so tired and stressed all the time. I feel like I'm losing myself.
Then we get you help. We figure it out together, but you don't just abandon your child.
I didn't abandon her. I needed a break.
A break? You left a 3-year-old alone for who knows how long. She could have been kidnapped or killed.
You're right. It was stupid and selfish of me. I wasn't thinking straight.
Clearly. Linda, I don't know if I can ever trust you again after this.
Are you going to leave me over one mistake?
One mistake? This is a pattern, Linda. You've been neglecting Sophie for a long time now. I was just too blind to see it.
That's not true. I love Sophie, I do. I'm just not good at this whole motherhood thing.
That's a pathetic excuse and you know it. You need to step up and be a mother to our child.
I don't think I can. Not the way you want me to. I can't give up my career. It means too much to me.
More than your own daughter?
Mike, please try to understand. I've worked so hard to get where I am.
I see. Now I understand completely. I'm divorcing you and keeping Sophie.
What?
After learning what you did to our daughter, I can't live with you anymore.
If you'll take care of Sophie by yourself, that works perfectly for me. We can file for divorce tomorrow.
That's fine with you?
Of course. Now I can focus on my career. I won't have a child holding me back anymore.
Unbelievable. You really are a selfish monster. Sophie and I are better off without you.
If that's how you feel, fine. I'll have my lawyer contact you.
By the way, I forgot to mention something. The person who found Sophie was Rachel, the subordinate you always looked down on.
Oh, that useless employee? What about her?
There's something else I've been keeping from you. Rachel is actually the CEO's daughter. Her father is the CEO of your company's parent corporation.
What? You're joking.
I found out recently but didn't tell you. Rachel keeps her background private, and since you work for the company, I especially couldn't tell you.
Why are you telling me this now?
Rachel might tell her father about this, and he might tell your supervisors. That could really damage your reputation at work.
What? She wouldn't dare.
Rachel will definitely tell her father. Actually, I'm gonna ask her to tell him, so everyone at your company will know what kind of person you are.
Stop it. My whole life is at stake.
Too bad.
My career is going to be ruined because of your worthless employee?
Don't you ever insult my team member again. Rachel is worth 1,000 of you.
You can't do this to me, Mike. Please, I'm begging you.
And forget about advancing your career. Abandoning your daughter comes with consequences.
No, please, I'll do anything. I'll be a better mother, I swear.
It's too late for that. You've shown your true colors. I'll be filing for divorce and sole custody first thing in the morning.
Mike, please reconsider. I can change, I promise.
You had your chance to change. You chose your career over your family. Now you have to live with the consequences.
I'll fight you on this. I won't let you take Sophie away from me.
Go ahead and try. No judge will side with you after what you've done. Abandoning a 3-year-old alone on the streets? You'll be lucky if you don't end up in jail.
This isn't over, Mike. You'll regret crossing me.
The only thing I regret is ever marrying you. Goodbye, Linda. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. Despite the late hour, Rachel took excellent care of Sophie. When I arrived to pick her up, Sophie had eaten a full meal and was sleeping peacefully. I immediately started divorce proceedings and temporarily moved with Sophie to my parents' house. While Sophie didn't seem to fully grasp the situation, she must have been lonely. She stayed very close to me for several days. Strangely, she never mentioned her mother, suggesting that even at her young age, she understood more than we realized. Within days, Linda's reputation at work plummeted, just as I had warned. Female employees in particular were disgusted by how she had treated her child as an obstacle to her career. She quickly found herself isolated, ignored by colleagues, gossiped about, and openly criticized. Linda had always been confrontational, which meant she already had few allies in the office. Her mental health deteriorated under the pressure, and despite her threats during our confrontation, she eventually relented and agreed to the divorce terms, giving me full custody of Sophie. She transferred to a new city, taking a significant demotion just to escape the toxic environment her actions had created. I'm deeply grateful to Rachel. I'm now focusing on being both a good father to Sophie and a good mentor to Rachel, guiding her with both care and appropriate firmness. While Rachel and Linda had very different personalities, and Linda had always looked down on Rachel, I'm confident Rachel will become an even more outstanding professional than Linda ever was. Moving forward, I'm committed to helping both my daughter and my employee reach their full potential.